All right, rainy day, so I figured I would just turn on the camera and talk about an issue we had the other day of a company I'm doing consulting for. Got a call on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. That's normally the time you get these calls. A major component of their website was down, and it was being caused by a bad stored procedure. The DBA had been looking at it for a couple hours, and she was stumped on what the issue was, and hence why they called me. Just a second pair of eyes. I don't want to say that I'm great or anything. I just, offer it from a different perspective. And what we're seeing is well, let me give you the details. This procedure was a real simple procedure. It was just doing a key lookup on a non-clustered index. Wasn't covered, so it had to go back to the covered index. Should be doing 7 to 8 reads, 3 on the non-clustered, 3 on the clustered, and then 2 for metadata. That really hadn't changed, at least what I saw, it hadn't changed. So the plan looked good, but they were seeing a lot of blocking on this stored procedure. So the blocking, there wasn't blocking other procedures, it was just this procedure blocking others. So I looked to see was something going on that was causing the head of the blocking chain, and nothing was blocking it. It was just, it was gone. It was gone within 100 milliseconds. So it had gone from almost 1 millisecond to 100 milliseconds. But most of that time was just waiting to get to the queue. And obviously, you go from 1 milliseconds of expectation to 100 milliseconds of expectation. You're going to see downside effects, and in this case the site, this component of the site was having issues. So we knew there was an issue with this procedure, and let me back up here. We looked at the wait resources, and you can see the wait resources after running a DBCC page, we were able to determine that the wait resource giving us issues was this non-clustered index. So we knew there was a problem with this, the way SQL Server was interacting at it. It could have been corruption. Usually corruption is when it's missing data, so I wasn't 100% sure of it. It could have been fragmentation, but we were in a firefighting situation, and I probably didn't do as much due diligence in the investigation. I just wanted to get the thing fixed. So the way we fixed this was, instead of doing an index rebuild, because that would have taken forever, because everything in the queue is waiting to access this index already, so me issuing index rebuild, it's going to go to the back of the queue to wait. And it's actually going to get passed because all the select statements are going to it, right? They're going to get priority over my statement. So what we did was we created a side index. We just took the metadata, we looked at the index metadata, we created a side index and underscored new, and it was essentially the same index as this other one. And luckily it was a stored procedure. Why I say luckily it's a stored procedure is because we can get in there and tweak the code. So we went into the stored procedure and we pointed this by using a hint to go to this new index with the underscore new on it. And as soon as we did that, we compiled the procedure, bam, everything was fixed. Okay. That's great. Then, we're like, okay, we have this other index sitting out here. What we're going to do? Well, we went ahead and we dropped that index, and then we renamed this index back to the new one, so we don't screw up the old one. Give it the old name, so we don't screw up the code base, and all that is good. The point of this story is sometimes you have to fix things on the fly, and you got to put out a fire. I mean, that's a DBA's job. And in this situation, creating a side index worked here. Anyway, that's just a war story. Use it if you can. If not, I hope you enjoyed listening to this or watching this, however you're consuming this data. You guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.